It started with a strange video. Security footage from a hotel elevator in downtown Los Angeles. A young woman steps in. She presses several buttons. She steps out. Then back in. She moves her hands in odd ways, like she's talking to someone, or something, that isn't there. And then she disappears. The video went viral. The internet was obsessed. Who was she? Was she running from someone? Was she having a breakdown? Or was there something even darker going on? Her name was Elisa Lam. And what happened to her is still one of the most chilling modern mysteries. This is our weird world, where the strangest stories become reality. If you love these kinds of tales, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and hit the bell. This way you'll be notified whenever new content comes out, and you'll help this channel grow. Now back to the story. Elisa was a 21-year-old Canadian student from Vancouver. She had taken a break from her university studies and decided to travel solo along the US West Coast. Her journey was meant to be part vacation, part self-discovery. She shared her experiences online, especially through her Tumblr blog, where she wrote openly about her thoughts, feelings, and struggles. Elisa had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and depression, and she was taking prescription medication to manage her symptoms. Despite these challenges, she was determined to see the world on her own. But just a few weeks into her trip, something went very wrong. Elisa arrived in Los Angeles on January 26, 2013. She checked into the Cecil Hotel, a budget hotel near Skid Row. It was an old building, once elegant, now worn down, and surrounded by one of the city's roughest neighborhoods. At first, she shared a room with other guests. But within a couple of days, she was moved to her own private room, after her roommates reportedly complained about her behavior. She was said to be acting strangely, writing odd notes, and locking herself in the bathroom for long periods. What Elisa might not have realized, or maybe she simply didn't care, is that the Cecil Hotel had a notorious past. The building had long been associated with crime, death, and tragedy. Serial killers like Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, had stayed there. Suicides were common. Some rooms were even rumored to be haunted. It had earned nicknames like Hotel Death and the Suicide Hotel. But to Elisa, it was just a place to sleep while exploring LA. She posted updates to her blog and planned to visit bookstores and art galleries. Then, on January 31st, her daily calls to her parents suddenly stopped. She had vanished. When Elisa stopped contacting her parents, they called the LAPD. Police searched the Cecil Hotel, but found no sign of her. They used search dogs, reviewed footage, questioned staff, nothing. So they made the case public. And that's when they released the surveillance video, a clip from the hotel elevator, filmed just before Elisa disappeared. The video is disturbing. Elisa enters the elevator, presses several buttons, and seems confused. She peeks into the hallway, quickly steps back, hides in the corner, then walks out again. She moves her arms in strange, flowing motions, like she's talking to someone who isn't there. What disturbed viewers most was this: she was completely alone. No one else appeared on camera. Was she hallucinating? Being followed? Possessed? Theories exploded online. The footage was dissected frame by frame. Millions watched, shared, and speculated. What could cause a person to act like this, and then vanish? As the investigation stalled, hotel guests began to complain. The water pressure was low. The water was dark in color. Some even said it had a strange taste. On February 19, nearly 3 weeks after Elisa went missing, a maintenance worker climbed to the roof to check the hotel's water tanks. Inside one of them, he found Elisa Lam's body. She was naked, her clothes floating beside her. There were no signs of trauma, no bruises, no cuts, no indication of a struggle. The official autopsy reported accidental drowning, possibly influenced by her mental condition. But many things didn't add up. The rooftop was locked and alarmed. Only staff had access. The water tank was tall, heavy, and difficult to enter. And the lid was found closed. Could Elisa have climbed in by herself, and then closed the lid from the inside? It seemed unlikely. The autopsy showed no alcohol or illegal drugs in Elisa's system, just her prescription meds. But even with that conclusion, the case left too many questions unanswered. Some believed she had a manic episode. That she wandered onto the roof during a psychotic break and drowned accidentally. Others were convinced someone had followed her. That she was chased, possibly assaulted or murdered, and her body hidden in the tank. But there was no forensic evidence of foul play. No one seen following her on camera. No witnesses. No suspects. No alarms triggered. And then came the paranormal theories. Many believed the Cecil Hotel itself was cursed. Some pointed to the elevator video as proof of supernatural interference. People claimed she had been possessed, or taken by some dark entity connected to the hotel's violent history. Some even linked her death to a bizarre coincidence. Around the same time, Los Angeles was dealing with a tuberculosis outbreak. The test used to detect it. It was called Lam. Lam Elisa. Coincidence? Most probably. But the internet ran wild with it. Elisa Lam's death was officially ruled an accident. But even today, more than a decade later, many believe the truth was never revealed. Netflix released a documentary titled, Crime Scene: The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel. It explored both the facts and the online obsession, but even that didn't provide a clear answer. The Cecil Hotel eventually shut down, then reopened with a new name, trying to erase its past. But the building remains a symbol of mystery, tragedy, and fear. And Elisa? She became an icon of internet-era true crime. Her story reminds us how quickly real people can become myths. And how some mysteries refuse to be solved. What really happened to Elisa Lam? Was it an accident? A crime? Or something we're just not meant to understand? If you made it this far, thanks again for the support. Subscribe to our weird world for more true stories that are too strange to make up. Share this video to let everyone know that our planet still have unsolved mysteries. Until next time.